Yo, what up, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to hang out with us. We're just going to be chopping it up with the fellas and the ladies about the New York Giants football for the next couple of minutes. Let's start with my man Cam Johnson coming in with a $20 super chat. Says, if we trade for T. Higgins and sign La'el Collins if he's available, does that put our ceiling at 10-6 or maybe 11-5? Is 11-5, or is our ceiling still 9-8? One, I don't think that the Giants are trading for T. Higgins, and I don't think that the Cincinnati Bengals are trading T. Higgins. He's a huge part to their offense, and while they may not pay him this year, and this may be his last year in Cincinnati, they're going to use that last year for him to be a go-to duo with Jamar Chase and give Joe Burrow an opportunity to chase that Lombardi trophy. I don't think there's a reason for the Bengals to trade him right now. Look, if he's going to leave in free agency, he's going to leave. You're going to get a compensatory pick back anyways. So, no, I don't think the Giants trade for T. Higgins, but if you did, yeah, you would be a lot better. Thing is, I'd still be worried about the offensive line, where La'el Collins comes in. Giants worked out La'el Collins about a week ago, but 2 weeks ago at this point. Look, if La'el Collins was 100% healthy, coming back from that ACL, MCL, PCL, where he tore up his whole knee, I think the Giants would have signed him. I think the Jets would have signed him because he worked out with them too. Thing is, they didn't, which tells me he's not healthy. So I don't think either are possible, but I will say this. Giants have 7 winnable games left on their schedule, and that doesn't include 2 divisional games versus the Eagles or 1 versus the Cowboys. Season may not be over. Who knows? Giants are 1.5 games back. 1.5 games back of a wild card spot. I can't believe that was true when Peter Schrager tweeted that. Rob Rosado, what up, brother? Need to start Tyrod. He can read the field and extends plays. Jones had his chance for years now. I understand that we're always in this Daniel Jones versus Tyrod Taylor now thing because, 1, Tyrod Taylor won a football game. 2, he almost beat the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night in Buffalo. But I almost want to shift the discussion to, is it Daniel Jones or is it a new rookie quarterback? Because Tyrod Taylor's a 13-year vet. He's not the quarterback of the future here. Let's just be quite honest with ourselves. Is it Daniel Jones? Is it a future quarterback? I don't know. That may be a discussion for 6 months from now. This is a discussion right now. I need you to pick a quarterback. Who do you want to be the Giants' quarterback this week against the New York Jets? Is it Daniel Jones? Is it Tyrod Taylor? Type 8 for DJ. Type 2 for Tyrod Taylor. I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section. My man MG, what up, brother? Best initials in the biz. What up, man? Says, hope you had a good birthday, brother. I did. It was a lot of fun. I got a Giants win for my birthday. I can never complain about that. So this question for you in the offseason. Do the Giants go get a true number 1 wide receiver in a trade like Philly did with A.J. Brown, assuming they get the O-line fixed too? Yeah, well, 1, you got to fix the O-line. Everybody knows that. I don't know what moves you make to do it. I think it needs to either be signing a couple of guys, because I don't want to run the risk of missing out on another high-priority pick in the draft, or 2, you make a trade. I think it's more likely that the Giants pay guys in free agency, and I think they should add players in the NFL draft. But if you shore up that offensive line, then yes, the Giants need to go add number 1 wide receiver. Because I think if you look at an offense, let's say the Giants bring back Saquon Barkley, which who knows if that's true. They could use a franchise tag on him again. You have an offense of Saquon Barkley, Darren Waller, Jalin Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, and a legit bona fide number 1 wide receiver. That's a lot of talent on the offensive end, and that's a good spot for potentially a young rookie quarterback to enter if he could trust the 5 guys in front. A lot of holes the Giants have to fix, but yeah, I would still say a number 1 wide receiver and a couple of offensive linemen are at the top of the pecking order right there. We'll get to more questions coming up in a second, but if you like playing daily fantasy sports and you like winning real money and being able to take the money out of your account at any time, go to PrizePicks.com/CLNS. That's PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the promo code CLNS, and PrizePicks is going to match your initial deposit of up to $100. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. All you do is pick 2 to 6 players and select more or less on the predetermined stat that PrizePicks has allocated for individual players. 2 to 6 players. The more players you have, the higher your multiplier is going to be. Choose 2 players, choose more or less on their stats, and that's pretty much how easy it is. If you like winning money, talking football, NBA, MLB, go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use that promo code CLNS for a 100% deposit match. Up to $100. Daniel Brothers, what up, brother? He says, happy birthday, by the way, my guy. Thank you, bro. He says, Jets are very winnable if we can rattle Zach Wilson. I'm right there with you, Daniel. Look, who's a better quarterback? Like, is Zach Wilson better than Tyrod Taylor? I think if you saw them throw with, in T-shirts and throwing on air, yeah, Zach Wilson would look better. But at the end of the day, Tyrod Taylor has started 55 games in this career, and outside of one bad play against the Buffalo Bills, Tyrod Taylor has been a great quarterback. His completion percentage over expected is number 1 in the NFL. His completion percentage over expected is number 1 in the NFL. But yeah, Wink Martindale, Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, man, they are licking their chops looking at Zach Wilson with that very shaky offensive line protecting him up front. This defense is starting to cook. We saw them start to do it in Miami. I know they gave up a couple big plays versus Miami, but at the end of the day, I thought they did a relatively good job. That carried over into the next week against Buffalo, where they played damn good. Offense couldn't punch it in. And then against Washington, you gave up 7 points. And the only reason you gave up any points is because Sterling Shepard muffed a punt and gave him great field position from the 20-yard line. Yeah, Wink Martindale needs to keep dialing up, let the dogs run loose, and let's get after Zach Wilson and let's win the battle at MetLife Stadium. My man Rashad, what up, bro? Can Darius Slayton, Hyatt, and Robinson become an elite wide receiver group, or do we need a true number 1 option? Waller. To be honest with you, Rashad, I don't think if you're 1, 2, and 3 wide receivers, Slayton, Hyatt, and Robinson, it can be elite. And that's even me including Darren Waller at the tight end position. I like Darius Slayton. I don't love Darius Slayton. I think he's more of a 3 on a really good team. And I think the Giants need a bona fide number 1. A guy that when he steps on the field, every single time, the safety has to change his alignment a little bit to one side to shade that side. Because when that opens up, that gives Darren Waller a little bit more room to work. That gives Jalin Hyatt a little less attention from the opposite safety. And that lets your running back, if you get that guy back on a contract, which I still don't know how I feel about, I'd probably franchise tag him. Number 26, that's pretty damn good. So, Rashad, I think Slayton, Hyatt, and Robinson are all talented. Elite? No. I think you got to get a top dog out there. That's just my take, though. It's Jello. What up, man? If the Giants move on from Daniel Jones and start Tyrod Taylor, you think Taylor will have the same comebacks that Geno Smith did? Also, I think Hyatt is the wide receiver 1 when he gets more minutes. All right, if the Giants move on from Daniel Jones or Taylor, do you think Taylor will have the same? No, because I think Geno Smith is younger than him. Geno's been in the league, I think, 10 years, and Tyrod Taylor's been in the league 13 years. And I think we kind of know who Tyrod is at this point. Good, solid backup quarterback, man. If you can have a good backup quarterback in this league, that can help you win games you're not supposed to, and that's exactly what Tyrod did. You win division games with a backup QB. But I don't think he gets a long-term deal, and I don't think he gets 30 years, $90 million. I think Giants would love to bring him back as a backup quarterback, but I'm sure there would be other teams out there interested in potentially having them as their backup quarterback and bridge quarterback. Point 2, Hyatt, wide receiver 1. I'm not sure Jalin Hyatt will ever be a wide receiver 1 because I don't know if he's a guy that catches 80 to 100 balls in a year. But he'll always be a guy that's going to be a huge piece to an explosive offense. And I think he could be a top receiver on this team in the immediate future if he's not already there. It takes one play for him to change a game, and we saw him do that. So much for not being able to run routes. He absolutely cooked that Washington defender on a double move. Big fan of Hyatt. I think he's better as a complementary piece than, a go-to guy. Like, Hyatt is kind of like the running back analogy to me. Like, he's the icing to the cake. Like, if you add Jalin Hyatt to a really good offense, take the team over the top that's really good. I don't know if I want icing by itself, but it damn sure makes cake better, and he makes his football team better. Nope says the defense created a masterclass yesterday. Yes, they did, my man. Is Deonte Banks a shutdown corner in the future? He had 2 plays where he got beat by Terry McLaurin. But at the end of the day, the Giants left him in press man coverage against a top 20 receiver in this league. That tells me everything I need to know about Deonte Banks. Because that means the guys in the building, Wink Martindale, Jerome Henderson, this defense, they trust him. No safeties over the top really either. I trust Deonte Banks He's been a silver lining in this season. I think he's played really well. Gave up a touchdown to DK Metcalf, got beat on a corner route against the San Francisco 49ers. But, yeah, I'm a fan, and I'm happy he's a freaking Giant. I'll tell you what, he softens the blow of Adoree Jackson being hurt and Adoree Jackson not coming back, because when Adoree Jackson was out last year, we had Fabian Moreau as our starting corner. All respect to him, did a good job. He ain't a number 24 pick in the draft. Yeah, Deontay Banks, I think he's going to be a shutdown corner in this league for a long, long time. As always, just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for tuning in. If you haven't yet, give me a follow on Twitter @MarshallGreen_.